Hello, people of the internet, and welcome to Halloween Horror Nights 2025. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys every single FNAF thing at Halloween Horror Nights, the haunted house, the pizzeria, all the merchandise, everything, because I was very fortunate enough to go this year and I had an absolute blast. And Universal really went all out this year. There's so much FNAF there at Halloween Horror Nights, and so let's not waste any more time because I want to show you guys everything. And it started pretty much the second I landed in Florida, because not only was there so much merchandise at the airport itself, but as soon as we left the airport, there was a gigantic billboard for FNAF at Halloween Horror Nights. And now I want to give a massive shout out and thank you to Universal Pictures and the Orlando Resort for inviting me to the opening night media event for Halloween Horror Nights. Super grateful, super honored to be involved and invited to something like that. They brought all the press people into this big one room where actually they had different food items related to the 10 different haunted houses. And of course there was FNAF. Now we are going to talk more about the FNAF food later on in the video, but this was my first time seeing what the selection was. I of course had to get Mr. Cupcake. He tasted delicious. And they also had a bunch of merchandise on display. This is what they had for FNAF. Again, I got a bunch of merchandise during my trip there. I'm going to show you everything I got towards the end of the video. But then during this presentation, they sat us all down. They talked a bit about the houses and the scare zones and everything involved in this year's Halloween Horror Nights, including, of course, FNAF. And they actually had a video message from Josh Hutcherson, who of course plays Mike in the FNAF movie.
What's up, guys? Josh Hutcherson here. I am very excited for you all to check out the Five Nights at Freddy's haunted house at Universal's Halloween Horror Nights. I love Halloween Horror Nights, always have, always will. I love the mazes, I love the haunted houses, it's the best. So yeah, hope you enjoy it, and be sure to check out Five Nights at Freddy's 2 in theaters on December 5th. Don't be too afraid.
And then finally, after the presentation, we got to go inside all of the haunted houses. Now, I am going to have a separate video talking about all of the other HHN houses, but now, let's talk about FNAF because there is a lot. So the house starts off with you walking inside of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. You can see the facade of the pizzeria with the big Freddy Fazbear's Pizza sign at the top. You hear voiceover from William Afton, or Steve Raglan in this case, talking about Freddy's.
This was huge in the 80s with the kids. Been shut down for years.
I hear the FNAF theme song kicking in as we go into the archway there. There's Kim. You hear the ghost kids as well.
Let's introduce you to stars of the show.
Him up there. As soon as you enter the house, you enter the front of the building. You're greeted by the welcome archway with 2 monitors off to your side. And on the screen is Kim welcoming you to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, talking a bit about the animatronics there. They have different actors and actresses playing their characters, but they had so many different FNAF characters inside the house, as you're gonna see. And as soon as you walk past the archway and turn the corner, you're greeted by Freddy, Bonnie, Chica up on the stage. Turn the archway. Look at them. This was probably the most surreal experience I've had with FNAF. Seeing pretty much one-to-one recreations of the animatronics from the movie is such a surreal experience. These animatronics were made by the Jim Henson's Creature Shop. Halloween Horror Nights and Universal worked alongside them for the animatronics on this house. And you can tell because they are expertly crafted, they look so good. Only the talented folks at Jim Henson's can pull off these animatronics, and they do such an incredible job. So they're up on the stage, they're singing Talking in Your Sleep that we hear in the FNAF movie. Eventually they power down, all the lights go off, you can see their glowing eyes in the dark. It's so cool. They boot right up again, they start playing the song. I can't express how surreal this was to walk into Freddy's and see the characters actually performing on the stage. You may notice, however, that Foxy's missing, and actually as you walk past Pirate's Cove, you get jump scared by the ghost child of Foxy. Here's Foxy's Cove. Oh! There was Foxy's spirit there. This happens quite a lot as you're going through the house. You get jump scared by one of the animatronics, then followed by their ghost child. That happens in the next showroom, which is the kitchen. You are immediately greeted by Chica. She swipes at you. It's so cool. And then as you walk through the kitchen a bit, you get jump scared by her ghost. It starts to get a little predictable when you're gonna get jump scared by the ghost child, but definitely those first few instances, it definitely got me. Walk through. Woo! It's Carl. Oh. All right. Hallway now. Freddy's busting through the door. And then we move on to the security office. This is a room I really, same thing with the main showroom with the animatronics on the stage. I really wish I could have gotten a good photo in here, just like of me in the room, because it's so cool. They have the actual security cameras there. They have the security door with Foxy's silhouette. Exactly like that one shot in the movie. They did such an incredible job with the security room. And really, the whole set as well. It's just so expertly crafted. Pretty much taken one from the movie set. One-to-one replica from the movie. They've done an incredible job. The cupcake runs out. Cupcake runs out. The employees of the month. And DJ is Louis. As you walk out, you get jump scared by the cupcake. Once again, you're also greeted by the employees of the month, including all the YouTuber cameos like Docko, Fusion, Ryan, all those guys. And then, of course, down at the end of the hallway is Foxy. I was really expecting this guy to run at us. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like he moved. It does look like he's on a track that would allow him to move, so I'm not sure, maybe they just couldn't get it ready in time, but either way, still super cool to see Foxy down at the end of the hallway. Super surreal, super cool to be put in that situation where you're in the hallway facing off against Foxy. There's Foxy. That's messed up, bro. That's too much. The gentleman's closet. Oh, there's Hank. Oh, there's Bonnie's ghost kid. And then we move on to another hallway. We get jump scared by Jeff, one of the Wrecking Crew members. They really try to get every character in there, including Bonnie's ghost kid, who jump scares us next, as we make our way to parts in service with Shreddy Faz chair, as well as Max's death scene on the wall, which was super cool to see. Such a great way of showing off that kill. We get jump scared by Bob, the early security guard that we see at the start of the movie as well. Such a cool set. Again, would have loved to gotten a standalone photo with Shreddy Faz chair. Would have loved to sit in the Faz chair, I'll be honest. Freddy comes walking out. A big old animatronic of Freddy comes walking out. He swipes at us. We got the Shreddy Faz chair. There's Max's death scene. Jesus. Oh my god. Oh, there's Max. Max is gone. There's Shreddy. I just got jump scared by Bob. There goes Max again. One more time. Let's get a good look. There we go. Oh. Freddy busting out. Look at him go back. The animatronics are just so expressive as well. As soon as Freddy spots you, he opens his jaw, his eyebrows narrow, his eyelids narrow. Super surreal to just be approached by Freddy and then have him swipe at you. This was probably one of the coolest sequences with the animatronics besides the show stage. Golden Freddy's spirit jump scares us, and then we move on to Hank's death scene in the closet with Bonnie. Such a fantastic death scene as well. Hank pops out of the door frame and then Bonnie grabs him. Looks like they had someone puppeteering the arms of Bonnie, which makes a lot of sense. Even still, I'm not sure how much if I were the mic actor, would trust that animatronic, because you have to back up into him. This is absolutely, this Bonnie, this Hank as well. Jesus Christ. I almost got swiped by an animatronic. Here's Foxy. One more time. You can hear Kellen singing. Activate there, Foxy. Look at you go, my boy. We get jump scared by another arm bursting out through the wall. This time it's of Bonnie, and then we make our way to Foxy once again. He's just kind of chilling out in the corner. He turns his body a little bit. Still just super cool to see the animatronics scattered throughout the pizzeria. If I had to nitpick a little bit, it would have been cool to see Golden Freddy, because spoiler alert, Golden Freddy's animatronic, he's not in this haunted house, but they have so many instances of like Freddy shows up like 3 or 4 times, Chica shows up like 3 times. I feel like one of those repeated instances could have been replaced by Golden Freddy, but nonetheless, still really cool to see the animatronics. Foxy's spirit jumps out at us once again, and then immediately after that, we're jump scared by Freddy, who, as always, tries to reach out and grab us. And here, I mean, you can really see what I mean by how expressive they are with their movements. Again, Jim Henson's such an incredible job on the animatronics as always. Jesus Christ. All right, there's another ghost kid, because I'm never safe. Good old Freddy. Look at him. dude is absolutely menacing. Make our way through some bags that contain a lot of balls. Then we make our way over to Chica, who swipes at us once again. Mr. Cupcake is in her hands this time. Really awesome how the candle of Mr. Cupcake glows. That's something I never noticed in the FNAF movie. And then finally, for the big scares, it's William Afton himself. This is not a costume. This is not an actor. This is a full William Afton Spring Bonnie animatronic. Got a whole bunch of balls. Here's Chica. Chica going crazy. Oh my god. That's crazy. And there he is. William himself. There he is. Just him one more time. He walks towards you. He's got his knife in hand. He lunges at you. But fortunately enough, we're able to make it out of the pizzeria.
Oh my god. You probably can't see me right now, but that was insane. I gotta go again. I have to go in then. That was absolutely insane. It's like you're watching right out of the movie right there.
Genuinely such a fantastic haunted house. Again, Universal, Halloween Horror Nights, Jim Henson's, everyone involved. Such an incredible job. All the actors involved as well. Super awesome scares from them. Being able to walk through the movie is super surreal. Being able to look at real life animatronics that move of Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, William Afton, so crazy. I know I keep using this word, but it's really the best way to describe this haunted house. It was just so surreal. To see the animatronics come to life, to see them swipe at me, walk towards me, see them perform on the stage, that's something I will never ever forget. And I'm just so happy with this haunted house. I'm so grateful that I was able to go because it was so amazing. Now, because my first day at HHN was pretty much just going around recording all the haunted houses, that's pretty much where day one ends, though on the way out, I was able to snag this picture of the Freddy statue that they have, and then that closes it out for day one. Now, for day two, we actually spent the majority of the day at Epic Universe because Halloween Horror Nights doesn't open until the evening. I'll have a whole separate video for Epic Universe and the Mario Land because those were still super cool. But once the evening arrived, we immediately made our way back to Halloween Horror Nights. And of course, the first thing we did once we got there, we went to the FNAF Haunted House. Again, it's actually pretty cool because in the queue, they have a big screen that showed off a lot of ads for FNAF. Not just for the haunted house, but actually the movie as well.
5 nights at
5 nights at Freddy's.
5 nights at Freddys. 4, 3, 2, 1.
But once we were done with round 2 of Freddy's, we were getting a little bit hungry. And luckily for us, Halloween Horror Nights includes a real-life Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, where they transformed an original restaurant, Louis, into a real-life Freddy's. And this place was packed. Every single day, pretty much every single hour besides the final hour of the evening, which gives me a lot of hope that Universal is going to see the success of this restaurant and hopefully open up a more permanent Freddy's location at the resort, or at the very least still serve some of the food items that they had here, which for us included a pizza with spaghetti and meatballs on it, an Eggs Benedict sandwich, that Mr. Cupcake that we saw earlier, a Chica drink, and unfortunately they did not have the Foxy drink, so we were not able to try that, but I did try everything else on the menu. The why not have both pizza and pasta, which was a pizza with baked spaghetti and meatballs and grated Parmesan cheese. It was alright. You're eating pretty much what it sounds like, spaghetti and meatballs on a classic pizza. Maybe it was just my slice, but the meatballs, for the life of them, would not stay on the pizza. They're very difficult to pick up. Honestly though, I'm not a big meatballs guy, so I didn't really want to try them in the first place. But the pasta was good, the pizza was good. They did still serve regular cheese and pepperoni pizza if you asked. So the next time I went, I just got a regular cheese, I'll be honest with you. The Eggs Benedict was actually pretty good, even if it did just taste like a regular Eggs Benedict sandwich. It came with Canadian bacon, egg, American cheese, and hollandaise sauce. And this was a food that when we did go back, I did actually get because I really enjoyed it. The cupcake, which was a chocolate cupcake with raspberry insert, with cannoli cream filling and buttercream icing, was very delicious. I got it several times throughout the trip, I'm not gonna lie to you. This was absolutely delicious. It was a big cupcake, so kind of hard to eat, but this was by far my favorite item that they had on the menu. And for the drink, we had Chica Sour Lemon Tang, which was exotic citrus syrup, cupcake syrup, Superzawa, and Seagram's Club Soda. Pretty sure I got this a handful of times. It was really good. It was very sour, very lemony, but still delicious. I really wish they had the Foxy strawberry soda. I'm not sure if they even got it in because on day one, that wasn't on the menu. So unfortunately, I only got to try one out of the 2 FNAF sodas there. And then as you saw inside of the pizzeria, there is a photo op with cardboard cutouts of the FNAF characters. So of course, me and the boys had to get a photo op with that. You may notice, but my travel buddies are the Hottest Dog and Sam, the Teen Tea Muffin. And I love hanging out with those guys. They made the trip super, super fun. And that brings us to the end of day 2. And day 3 is going to be our final day. During the day, we kind of sight saw Orlando. We tried to go to the epic McDonald's that had the only remaining Mac Tonight animatronic, but unfortunately, the upstairs was closed, so this was the closest we got. We went to a mall where we actually found the brand new Jazzwares Nightmare On plush at Box Lunch. But then finally, the evening hit, and you already know what time it is. We're going back to Halloween Horror Nights. Thank you, Chica from Five Nights at Freddy's.
For also being next year's hottest Halloween costume, Meth Tweety Bird.
And this day was a lot less FNAF focused. We did a bunch of other things while we were there, but again, I'll save those for a separate video because I know you're here for FNAF.
Dude, that was worn by Ariana herself. If I could just one sniff, please. That's all I ask. Where's Taylor?
We did do the house again, but the main thing for this day was getting all of the merchandise. You may have seen, but there is a gigantic FNAF display in the window of the Universal store, and there was also a gigantic merchandise display for every single day where I picked up pretty much the majority of all the merchandise. Now, there is a lot, and honestly, I haven't finished unpacking since the trip because really the only thing I've done since I've got back is sleep, so I might be missing something here in my big haul. But now would be a good time to remind you to hit the like button or subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. I really gotta make my money back. But first up, let me show you some of the shirts that I got. This one you probably saw me wear in the video, but it is Freddy Fazbear, big FNAF logo, reaching out, grabbing some monitors with Halloween Horror Nights 2025 on the middle monitor. I honestly really love all the shirts designs that they had at Halloween Horror Night. This was probably my favorite design that they had, period. It is all the animatronics, including Spring Bonnie, with the big FNAF sign up at the top. This is such a sick design. I love the artwork here. And then lastly, I want to get one shirt that incorporated every single haunted house at Halloween Horror Nights, so I picked up this one with all the big IPs this year, featuring Terrifier, Jason, Fallout, WWE, and of course, Freddy, front and center. But now for merchandise, speaking of awesome art, they had this one here of Freddy. Now this actually goes to a much bigger piece of merchandise that incorporates all the big IPs featured at this year's HHN. I only picked up Freddy. I would have loved to have picked up the other characters and have like that big glass display, but it would have cost a lot. And already I was spending a lot on Freddy, so let's move on to the next piece, which is going to be this lanyard pouch right here, featuring all the FNAF characters, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Mr. Cupcake, and Spring Boner. This is super, super cool here. They just had so much merchandise, and I tried to pick up pretty much everything, at least all the major things that I wanted. You got this magnet here of the Freddy Fazbear Pizza Place logo. We've got some FNAF Rock Crystal candies here with 4 different flavors. Let's see, we got grape, maple syrup, cherry, and cupcake flavors. I will absolutely be trying this very soon in a short, including the other piece of food that they had at the merch store, which is this gummy pizza slices. I picked up 2 so I can have one still in the box. I'm very excited to try these 2 pieces of food items right here. Next up, they had this headband of the 4 main characters. You flip it around, it is the nightmare versions of them. This is something I got on the way out. This was one of the final things I got because I picked it up at the airport right before I left. This is one of the rare exclusive items. I'm pretty sure once these cups sold out, they did not get restocked. At least that's what I was told. So you got some Freddy Fazbear's pizza cups with Halloween Horror Nights 2025 on the box. I will not be taking these out of the box because, again, if these truly are exclusive, then they won't be restocked. I want to keep them as pristine as possible. Probably one of the coolest items they had was this Dream Theory journal from the FNAF movie. Open it up here for you guys. Dream Theory, the 5th translation from the movie. And this is just like straight up a notebook. It's got lined pages with the FNAF logo at the bottom. This is just so cool. A nice little Easter egg, a nice little prize for fans that recognize this from the movie. It makes so much sense to make this into a real-life notebook. Actually, another food item I need to try is this freed dried cotton candy here of Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm not sure how much I trust Fazbear Entertainment with all their food items. Got a keychain here of Freddy looming over the Five Nights at Freddy's light logo. Such, again, fantastic art. And on the back, you got the other characters as well. There we are. Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Spring Bonnie. I'm really happy that they keep including Spring Bonnie on the artwork here because he just looks so cool. Woo! This would have been very useful in line, actually. It's a fan! Oh, look at me. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, all decked out in the merchandise, bro. This would have been sick to have in the line. Unfortunately, I got this on the way out of Halloween Horror Nights, but it's a little fan. It's really fun to do this as well. All right, we're coming up to the final few items now, but honestly, I've saved some of the best for last. This was honestly one of my most desired items going into HHN, because it's so simple, yet it's so cool, you know? Having a real-life sign of Freddy's. Super awesome. Definitely gonna have to go up on the wall somewhere, and also, something that's gonna have to go up on the wall is this FNAF poster. Let me take it out of the wrapping. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at the way it shimmers as well. Again, I love this design. This design is so awesome. This art is so well done. I'm so happy I picked up this poster. It was another item that's like, I gotta get it. It looks so cool. I'm gonna have to frame it as well. Probably put it up in the background somewhere. This is so cool. I love the way it reflects the light as well and some of the animatronics. I'll show this off as well. This is my content creator badge, lanyard, pass thing for HHN. I don't know if they gave me FNAF on purpose or if it's like some massive coincidence, but this was super cool to have, and again, I feel so honored to be invited to Media Night by Universal. Last FNAF item is going to be this glass right here, featuring all the characters. This is such a cute design, so incredibly awesome. I love all the stars, all the confetti. And then lastly, it's not FNAF merch, but I got this Universal trophy from the Mario Kart ride, which again, I'll have a full separate video going over Epic Universe, Mario, all that stuff. But that was FNAF at Halloween Horror Nights. Oh my god. I'm so sad that I'm home. I loved every single second of the trip. I loved every single second of Universal Halloween Horror Nights, just hanging out with my guys. Again, I want to give a massive shout out to Sam and the Hottest Dog for being my travel buddies. Seriously love you guys. It was so fun hanging out with y'all. Another massive shout out again to Universal for inviting me to Media Night. It's such an incredible opportunity to do something like that, be a part of something like that. It really let me experience the best of Halloween Horror Nights because there was no way I was going to do that many haunted houses. There was no way I was going to fit in all the haunted houses and all the other side things they had planned for us, but thanks to them, I was able to experience the entirety of the event, and it was just so awesome. Every single second, every haunted house, every show that they brought us to, every food, merchandise item that they sold to me, so awesome. And a massive shout out to you guys as well for the support, because without your support, I would never been able to go on this trip. There's no way I would have been able to experience Freddy's in real life without your continuous support throughout the year, so thank you so much. But that's going to do it for today's video. That's going to do it on FNAF at Halloween Horror Nights. I'd love to know what are your thoughts on this event. But thank you all so much for the support. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the flip side. Goodbye.